I am the problem. I am going to help you when you understand that you have a problem, what you can do. Stay with us. I'm Dr. Doug Weiss. I'm the Executive Director of Heart Talk Counseling Center in Colorado Springs. We do 5-day intensives and counseling with people all over the country and world. So listen, I'm going to help you. But if you want to subscribe, hit that button. We've got over 1,000 videos. If you got a question, put it in the box. I am the problem. I can't tell you how many times on Monday morning someone flies in to do intensive, and we do a lot with sexual addiction, intimacy, anorexia, things like that. The couple's fractured, and the guy's kind of confused. In this case, maybe we'll let the guy be the issue. And I tell him it's good news. He goes, "What do you mean it's good news?" I go, "You're the problem." And he looks at me like, did I just enter a crazy man's office? Right? I go, "No, the good news is you are the problem. Your wife is not the problem." Now, I understand sometimes the wife is the problem, but in our little story, he's the problem. And so he looks at me and goes, "Well, how in the world is that good news?" I said, "Well, I want you to just listen to me for a moment. And if you get what I'm about to tell you, you are going to be so happy that you are the problem." I said, "Here's what happens. When you have a shared problem, you have shared responsibility. When you have shared responsibility, you get shared accolades for the success of the problem. Okay, a couple has a problem. They both own their side of it. They both row the little boat. They get to the other side of the lake, and they both get the little gold crown for being such good boys and girls. But when you are the problem, you are responsible, and you are 100% responsible for the solution. You don't get to blame your wife. You don't get to blame other people, your mommy, your daddy, your past, your abuse. You are responsible for the problem, because if you made the choice, you're responsible. Now, are all those things I just talked about influences? Absolutely. I've been sexually abused. I've been abandoned. I've been neglected. I know what it's like to feel loved and unloved. I get all of that. And those are influences, but choices are our responsibility. So the guy looks at me and goes, and he kind of keeps like, "Okay, what's your point?" I go, "Here's the point. Okay, maybe he had a porn addiction. Maybe he cheated. Maybe he had an emotional affair. Maybe he's an intrigue addict where he's just checking people out all the time. And his wife says, just had it." It doesn't matter what the behavior is. When you're the problem, you are 100% of the solution. And that is good news. That means if you can find a place like Heart Talk Counseling Center that can give you a plan of action that's measurable, that's behavioral. It's not based on your feelings or how she feels and all that kind of stuff. It's like, "Okay, honey, this is what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be in group. I'm going to make phone calls. If I need to take a polygraph, whatever I need to do, here's my plan going forward. We can rebuild from here, and I'm going to follow through with my steps." Now, the good news is, if you actually do what you tell them you're going to do, I am the problem. Here is my solution. I am working my solution. I get to the other side of the problem, and I am the hero. I'm the rock star. I did it. I fought for our marriage. I fought for you. I fought for me. I fought for the kids. Whatever it is, I saved the business or whatever situation they're in. And I worked to get to the other side. So I say, "Sir, you are the problem," but that's the good news, because that means you get to be the solution. And if you follow the narrative down the road, let's go 3-5 years from now, there'll be a day when you'll be able to say together, "Yes, you blew it up, but you fixed it. You did the work. You are my hero." You go from 0 to hero because you were the problem. You took 100% responsibility for your own healing and recovery and did whatever you need to do for the couple work. And that might be a couples intensive, doing some daily exercises, getting getting sex, getting money, all figured back out so you're on the same page. But doing that work, and then you get to go down in history as not just the person who did the damage, but the person who repaired it and made it better than ever before. So if you are the problem, admit it to yourself. Okay, in addiction recovery, we have to admit it to ourselves first. Okay, admitting it to God's a good idea. and then admitting it to another human being. But if you're getting caught that you're the problem, you want to take responsibility as soon as possible. Find people that are experts in your area of what the problem is. Get a plan together, work the plan really hard, start seeing those results happen in your life, okay? Because we know that recovery it's a result. It's a result of a known set of disciplines. When those disciplines are followed, you get recovery, okay? Barring that you don't have some other biochemical issue or psychological disorder that needs to be treated alongside of it, because then you have two problems and you got to be responsible for two. But if you work that plan and your spouse sees that you're working that plan and your family sees that you're working that plan, how many of us, we look at some of our Hollywood stars who, ended up in rehab, but they got sober and they're better than ever before, or our favorite sports person who crashed and burned on some drug addiction or prostitute addiction or whatever they were into, and they got better and they're back in the game. Those are hero stories. People love hero epic stories. And so you can be that. If you are the problem, congratulations, you are the solution. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. We got over 1,000 helpful videos that can help you tremendously. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that button. You have a question, put it in the box. Listen, I want you to take the next best step for yourself.